She's not someone who lives in Perkins, is she? Asks Sally. No, she's not, answers Ben. She's a resident of Ottawa. In fact, she lives on Sussex Drive. As you know, that is the same street as the Prime Minister of Canada lives on. He's not her neighbor, though. He lives at the other end of the street. You're not the type of guy who kids people, are you? Says Sally. Is she so lucky as to be living on Sussex Drive? Believe me, I'm not the type of person to pull anyone's leg, Ben answers. I'm not like Frank, who is always trying to pull the wool over people's eyes. Sometimes he's not as smart as he thinks. Sometimes he gets into trouble. He's a bit of a practical joker. People aren't always pleased when he tries to play a joke on them. They're not always won over by his sense of humor. You're not busy, I hope, Frank says to Ben as he comes back into the house. Bowser is full of energy even after running around the backyard. Even after splashing about in the pool, he wants to go for some exercise. He needs someone to take him for a walk. I'm not terribly busy right now, but at the same time, I'm not terribly interested in taking Bowser for a walk, says Ben. What's the matter with you? Why don't you take him for a walk? Are your legs broken? Are they tired and worn out from all your jogging this morning? As a matter of fact, they are, says Frank. Do you realize how many miles it is from here to Blood River? That is the distance I ran. Is Blood River good for swimming? Ruth asks Frank. Is it nice and beautiful there? Somebody told me that it's a wonderful place if you don't mind sharing it with a lot of ducks. That's right, answers Frank. The river is full of ducks. It's also full of people who like to swim with ducks. Are those people crazy? Shouts Sally. Are they not in their right minds? Why do they like swimming with ducks? Is it such a crazy thing to like animals? Frank answers. Is it so hard to understand? Are ducks dangerous, or are ducks not friendly? Are they capable of hurting anyone? That's not the point, Sally replies. It's a question of hygiene. It's a question of swimming in clean water. Is it? Says Frank. If it's a question of swimming in clean water, then I think the ducks have more to complain about than the people. After all, they're the ones who dirty the water. They're the ones who throw things in it and do other things to make it dirty. Are the ducks so clean? Are they not guilty of doing things in the water? Asks Ruth. I know what you mean, says Frank. I know that the ducks go to the bathroom in the water, but that is part of nature. What they leave in the river is recyclable. It's not like soft drink cans and plastic cups and other things that stay around for a long time and interfere with how plants and animals live. I think it's time to do something besides argue about ducks, says Ben. I think it's about time we did something with the rest of the day. What do the rest of you say? Does anyone have any ideas? Does anyone know what we should do to have some fun and take advantage of this beautiful day? I don't know about the rest of you, says Frank, but I would like to go out to Blood River and do some swimming. After all, it's the perfect day for it. What do the rest of you say? It may be the perfect day for it, but I definitely do not want to go out to Blood River, says Sally. I do not want to be spending my day with a bunch of dirty ducks. I'm with you on this one, Ben says to Sally. You're right to raise an objection. Then, turning to Frank, he says, I don't think it's a good idea to do anything that she or Ruth don't want to do. After all, we're the hosts and they're the guests. We should only do what they want to do. Personally, what I would like to do most is go for a walk, says Ruth. However, if you don't mind, I would prefer it if we left Bowser behind. I would prefer it if we didn't take him along with us. Why not? What is the matter with Bowser? Why can't he come? Asked Frank. Do you have something against my dog? I have nothing against your dog, Ruth says, except that he's as big as a horse and has this terrible habit of trying to jump on top of people.